be about Everton FC's demise. This is democracy, so everything's valid. They did well, they've got a good manager, David Moyles. But they should have went Premier League. I think that's the end of the speech. Democracy is always unpredictable. It's never organised. We're not control freaks. We're not trying to make it all pretty. Democracy means everybody's got their say, right? It can be about football, anything else. It can be about, if you're fed up with the weather, don't blame me for it, but you can have a rant about it. You may, comrades, may exercise your democratic, not just duty, but right and duty to speak freely, your mind. In fact, even people who support the war in Afghanistan, we've defended their right to speak. Have it out. Unlike in there, where there's no free speech, it's just the war party, all the different manifestations of the property party all support the war. There's no democracy there. They just parrot one single line. They keep on about how we all, every single party, every single version of the property party says we owe billions of money to the bankers, the very same bankers that stole our money in the first place. So now we're going to have democracy, and I don't know who you are, but you're very welcome to make a point.
Democracy!
His name's Angus, so Angus is now, Angus Alexander is now going to make a very big public speech.
Go on, Angus.
Okay, first of all, my name is Alexander, not Angus.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
No problem at all. I've never made a speech before. I'm quite used to being in front of public people, but I usually hide behind my guitar as I'm doing so now. However, we do all have a duty to stand up for what we believe in. I'm not here to talk about what I believe in, or what I think is right, or what I think is wrong. I'm here to talk about what I know to be true, and that is the culture of fear which affects every single person on this planet, including the people who are in that building over there. That is why they are in favour of this war, because they have no choice to. The culture of fear spreads right from the richest people down to the poorest people. We are all a victim of it, and until we acknowledge it and choose not to fight against it, but to accept it and allow it to come over us, then we will realise that the fear that holds us all captive cannot hold us prisoner unless we allow it to, unless we conform to it. They want us to fight, they want us to set wars, they want us to conflict with them, because this is a way that they understand, a way in which they are more powerful, more well versed and more rehearsed in how to exercise the power which they so desperately yearn for. It's because they do not have the power over their own selves, over their own minds and over their own entities. Everything is interlinked, absolutely everything is interlinked. The fear that the people have to sanction this war and to send people out into Afghanistan is purely and simply based upon a fear that they cannot pay the national debt, that they cannot get a discount on the trident they need, which they feel they need to protect themselves. The reason why they are evicting people from this land is because they are scared of us, because we are more powerful than they are. They don't realise it. Correction, that is wrong. We don't realise it, they do realise it, because they are intelligent and they understand the methods of control. We don't need to fight them, we need to understand them. We need to understand they are a captive of fear, the same way the people in Afghanistan are a captive of fear, the same way the soldiers are a captive of fear of disobeying their orders. We are all indoctrinated into different methods of life. What we need to understand is that we are all individuals and that we all have valid points. It's not about who is right and who is wrong. It's about the majority. And it doesn't matter how many nuclear weapons you have, how many AK-47s, how many submarines. If you are fighting 3 billion people and you are 3,000 of all the weapons, you will lose. Because ultimately what it boils down to is if we do confront them, they have no choice but to eradicate us. If they eradicate us, they eradicate their own power. We don't need to fight them, we need to disengage. There are examples in our recent history of how this can be done. This is just a replication of Vietnam. Exactly the same. The people are coming back, the same as the American troops come back. They're completely undervalued, they're completely underappreciated, they're completely demoralised. And what's more is they have the sort of extreme violence implanted in their minds, which is almost impossible to dispel. What we need to do is we need to give these people the opportunity to express their fears, to express their trauma. But what we'd rather do is sweep it under the carpet, because then it's easier for us to take a step back and not become involved. I'm not here because I'm an activist, I'm not here because I'm a protester, I'm not here because I think I'm right and anyone else is wrong. I'm here because I'm a messenger, and the message is purely and simply this: disengage.
somebody who was making their very first speech. They're pretty damn good. This is Democracy Village.